A cosmic portal opens for you, Taurus. Can you feel that surge of divine frequency? Is your soul sensing a vibrational code unlocking abundance and love all at once? Are you ready to embody a higher frequency that shifts everything? This is your activation moment. A secret revelation destined by the stars, a key held in Taurus's steady hands, guided by the soul-stirring wisdom of Dolores Cannon. The frequency is aligning. This is your destiny calling in harmonic resonance. Stay with me, because what the universe is about to reveal will shatter every expectation. Have you ever felt the soil beneath your feet whispering your name? Can you sense the gentle hum of Venus herself tracing a path across your skies, directly in your Taurus house of love and values? Could this be the moment the stars decide to conspire in your favor? Taurus, the earth-born sovereign, grounded yet regal, has been walking through a long corridor of patience and fertile silence. During April-May 2025, Venus, your ruling planet, made a powerful transit through Taurus, caressing your auric field with glossy affection and magnetism. This celestial dance has been softening the hardened walls around your heart, blessing you with layers of allure previously locked away. Each heartbeat pulses more vibrantly now, weaving an undercurrent of promise. But the cosmos does more than beautify, it transforms. In late May, a partial lunar eclipse unfolded in your 8th house, the chamber of shared resources, deep transformation, and rebirth. In that eclipse's shadow, seeds of abundance, financial, emotional, spiritual, were quietly planted. Though you might not have noticed at first, an undercurrent of change has been shifting your inner foundation. This eclipse catalyzes the melding of personal values with shared prosperity, guiding you toward partnerships where love and money flow as one. If this message is already resonating deep in your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe now and share in the comments what part of this sacred message touched you the most. Your voice, your vibration, your presence. It matters. You're not alone on this path, and every word you share expands the circle of healing. Picture this. Ancient roots of oak burrow deeper as golden sap rises within your trunk. You stand unshakable in your integrity, yet inside growth pulses, an inner alchemy that turns base clay into crystalline light. The divine avalanche begins as a whisper. First, a glimmer of unexpected kindness, a surprise call, a mysterious check in your bank account. Then as the earth trembles, you feel the sway of transformation, billets and amour arriving as an unstoppable current. What if this isn't mere chance? What if it's cosmic synchrony, Venus in Taurus, lunar eclipse in your rebirth house, the North Node inching closer this July to activate your career sector, melding prosperity and purpose? Could your vocation be the portal through which love and abundance flood your life? Allow your senses to open. Taste the sweetness of the unknown caramelizing on your tongue. Feel the warmth of a hug trending toward reunion, or the soft fires of desire kindling a new connection. Let your skin sense the crisp touch of opportunity brushing past your cheek. These are not illusions. The avalanche begins with sensory truth rooted in the body, and you, Taurus, are built for it. Ask yourself, what am I ready to receive? How would your world reshape if you fully accepted that money and love are not opposites, but reflections of the same divine flow? Is your heart willing to match the frequency of this avalanche, to dance with the vibrations of Venus and the eclipse? Remember, Taurus is fixed earth, steady, reliable, yet once stirred, utterly uncontainable. This is your invitation to step into the river of expansion, allowing the gentle rumble to build into an unstoppable, life-altering rush. I, earthy Taurus, open my heart and hands to the divine avalanche of love and abundance. I receive with grace. I stand in my divine worth. I embody this sacred flow. Taurus, let me ask you something only your soul can answer. What would happen if the garden you once thought barren suddenly began to bloom with secret blossoms you never planted? Could it be that while you slept, the universe was sowing miracles on your behalf? There is a sacred truth often forgotten in the rush of human time. The soil does not reveal its labor. It works in darkness, in silence, in stillness, just like you have. All these months, while your outer world seemed unchanged, your roots were pushing deeper into the mystery. And now, just as the cosmos shifts in July, nudging the North Node closer to your 10th house of purpose and public destiny, you are being positioned not just to receive, but to radiate. Yet how can we radiate without first releasing what clouds our glow? The cards, the sky, the echoes of your guides all point to something. You've been loyal to a weight that was never yours to carry. An old tie, a love unfinished, a dream delayed not by fate but by fear. Was it fear of loss, of success, of being seen in your fullness? And now, Taurus, the divine avalanche demands room. You cannot be both rooted in the past and free to grow toward what's next. Let yourself feel it, an intuitive nudge, a shift in your chest, the tug in your belly when someone speaks your name but doesn't truly see you. These are not passing sensations. They are your body's sacred language, warning and awakening you to what must be released. Who have you been carrying in your dreams, Taurus? Whose opinion still lives rent-free in the temple of your mind? Are you willing, at last, to unclench your fist, to loosen your hold on what's already dissolved? The Venusian current, now active in your solar house of personal identity and self-worth, brings gifts, yes, but also illumination. And with it comes the mirror. That mirror might come in the form of a friend's sudden withdrawal, or a recurring dream about a past lover, or even a conversation overheard that pierces you with truth. These moments are not coincidences. They are synchronies, and Taurus, no sign reads the sacred rhythm of signs like you do, when you let your intuition speak louder than your habit. So take note of the recurring numbers, the repeated names, the strange songs that seem to follow you from store to car to dream. These are your keys, handed to you by spirit. But will you turn them? Imagine this, standing in a room lit only by candlelight. You begin to see outlines where you once saw only shadow. A figure at the doorway, someone who left without goodbye. A child version of you waiting to be claimed. A stranger who feels like home. They all emerge now, not to haunt you, but to free you. You don't owe them closure, but you owe yourself release. And as you do, one thread, one memory, one ache at a time, the energy trapped in the past returns to you. Not as pain, but as power. And that, beloved Taurus, is when the garden bursts. What if the silence you've been carrying wasn't yours alone? What if someone, somewhere, is still tethered to your energy, not by obsession, but by a soul contract, incomplete, misunderstood, aching to be rewritten? Taurus, in the weeks to come, the veil thins, and what was hidden beneath layers of pride, distance, and unfinished words begins to stir. There is a presence, someone whose name your body still reacts to, though your mind insists you've moved on. Their energy approaches subtly at first. You dream of them, but they feel more real than memory. You think of them randomly, only to hear their name whispered on a podcast, seen in a headline, or typed on a stranger's screen. These are not echoes, they are summonings. And you, Taurus, are the anchor point, the one still holding a piece of their truth. But here's the twist. This isn't about rekindling what once was. This is about liberating what has been held hostage in the echo of the past. During this month's waning moon phase, the light dims just enough for spirit to slip through. And in that soft hush, your heart knows who still thinks of you at 3 a.m., who still regrets what they never said, who now realizes they were not ready for the way you loved. Solid, slow-burning, sacred. Will they return? Yes, in energy, and perhaps even in flesh. But ask yourself, do I want them back, or do I want myself back from them? This return is not an invitation to repeat. It's a portal for closure or miracle, depending on what your soul is truly aligned with. The astrological current speaks of this clearly. As Mars prepares to cross into Gemini and Mercury stations direct, communication, especially from those you've left unread, re-emerges. You may receive a message that stirs you, a knock at the door you thought permanently sealed, a confession you never expected to hear, now handed to you like a candle at midnight. But beware, dear Taurus, not all returns are meant to be reclaimed. Sometimes closure arrives not with reconciliation, but with the clarity to walk forward unburdened. You're halfway through a transmission that's awakening more than just thoughts. It's stirring your soul. If you're feeling seen, if you're feeling something shifting inside you, hit that subscribe button and tell me in the comments what's rising. You're part of this sacred unfolding, and your story has a place here too. Will you be able to discern which is which? The divine avalanche brings love, but it tests you first. Can you receive love that flows freely without having to earn it through silence or sacrifice? Can you allow a new flame to light your path without clinging to the smoke of what once burned? This, Taurus, is your choice point, not between two people, but between two versions of yourself, one that waits and one that receives. You may find yourself rearranging your room, changing your scent, clearing digital memories. These are not superficial shifts. They are preparations, your soul making space for a timeline that honors your worth. So again I ask, who are you becoming when you finally stop waiting for someone else to see your light? What if the love you've been waiting for is already en route, drawn to your soul like a moth to sacred flame? Not because you chased it, but because you became the frequency it could no longer ignore. Taurus, in the quiet metamorphosis of recent months, you've unknowingly become magnetic. This isn't superficial allure. This is resonance, a vibration born of healing, alignment, and hard-won clarity. The way you've forgiven yourself for needing rest. The way you've said no with grace. The way you've let your loneliness become a teacher, not a curse. This inner work done in silence now summons love that speaks your native soul language. And the universe answers. The cards show me a new presence, not a ghost from the past, but a being whose spirit feels familiar, as if they've loved you across lifetimes. Their arrival might feel like déjà vu. Their eyes may remind you of a moment you've never lived, yet deeply remember. How will you recognize them? They will not rush you. They will not confuse you. They will not demand you shrink to be loved. They will stand calmly in your presence, like a tree offering shade. And you, Taurus, will feel safe enough to bloom. This is Venusian love in its most exalted form, slow, steady, sensual, and rooted. It arrives without thunder, but it stays through storms. It is not performative, it is devotional. And just as your 10th house of legacy begins to activate through the lunar cycles and node shifts, this love links not just to your heart, but to your purpose. This is a person who sees your magic and says, let's build something real from it. Together you may co-create something lasting, a project, a home, a new paradigm. Their love will not interrupt your path, it will amplify it. But here's what's crucial. You must be willing to receive this love as you are, not as who you're trying to become, not as the polished version, but as the you who survived the shadow. Will you believe someone can love the parts of you still in process? Will you allow your softness to be seen, not as weakness, but as a sacred offering? Because if you do, Taurus, this connection will anchor you like no other, not through possession, but through partnership. Not through demand, but through devotion. You may feel the urge to prepare, to clear out drawers, to journal more, to wear the colors that make your aura sing. Trust that. It's not vanity, it's energetic readiness. Because love, true love, the kind that mirrors your soul without distortion, is entering your timeline. Not because you earned it, but because you remembered who you are. Are you ready to receive everything at once? Love without fear, prosperity without guilt, a future without sacrifice. What if the very life you once thought was too much to ask for is now unfolding right before you? Taurus, the divine avalanche, was never chaos. It was alignment, perfectly timed. You didn't force it, you became it. And now, what you've long carried as longing becomes arrival. As Jupiter enters Gemini, touching your 2nd house of values and self-worth, a new spiritual lesson emerges. You must now practice the art of sustaining joy, not chasing. not fearing its loss, but holding it, nourishing it, trusting that it is yours to live in, not merely glimpse. It's one thing to wish for a miracle, Taurus. It's another to believe you are safe when the miracle stays. This is your sacred test. Can you hold your abundance without self-sabotage? Can you let yourself be loved fully without apologizing for your needs? Can you allow yourself to shine without dimming to protect those who haven't found their own light? Your guides are watching now, not from above, but beside you. They whisper truths in small moments, a stranger's kindness, a message at the perfect time, a number that repeats again and again, 111, 444, 888. These are frequency anchors, confirmations that you are walking the path you were once too afraid to claim. And now, the door opens. What's on the other side? An offer you didn't expect, but feels undeniably right. A chance to relocate, reinvent, or reimagine your work. A financial breakthrough so fluid it almost feels surreal. A love that meets you where you are and walks forward beside you. This is not fantasy. It is the natural result of alignment. And you, Taurus, are finally aligned with your own frequency, not the one others projected onto you, not the one you adopted to survive, but the one that was coded into your bones the day your soul chose this life. So here is your final invitation. Let it in, let it stay. Let it change everything. You are not becoming someone new. You are remembering who you were before the world asked you to be smaller. The divine avalanche is no longer approaching. It's here. And you, steady soul, are its chosen sanctuary. I welcome the full convergence of love, purpose, and abundance into my life. I am the sacred ground where miracles take root. Write this with trust. Speak it aloud. Let the vibration echo. Let your body receive it. The universe is already responding. This is more than a message. It's a portal. And now that you've received it, the next step is yours. Subscribe to keep walking with us through these divine revelations, and leave your sacred decree in the comments below. Let the universe see you, hear you, and begin aligning everything in your favor. You are no longer waiting, you are receiving.